All right, we're back. We're live. Trying to troubleshoot this issue we're having with the glow on the player alien not glowing. Showing in the scene view, but not the game view. So shader cache. Okay, check for issues, material settings. Went through all this stuff and seemed fine. Let's take a look at people have. All right, see, somebody has the same thing as I do. Okay. With your camera. This UI is an image. Yeah, I think I might need to redo the camera here since we got the Cinemachine camera and our main camera. Take a look here. Rendering. Didn't do anything. Mess around with stuff and little things happen. It's post-processing here. Under shadows, priority, illusion calling. Oh, it was working yesterday, and then all of a sudden we did something. I don't remember what we were doing. And then I noticed it was... we were working on the body material, then that thing just quit working. Oh, here we go. Setup error. Cinemachine camera should not be a child of Cinemachine camera's brain. All right. Okay. Is that on here? Lens mode override. Okay, in the Cinemachine brain. Okay, lens mode override. In the brain. Okay, here's the brain. Mode override. There we go. That do. Live blend. Okay, setup error. Cinemachine camera should not be a child. So it should be its own thing, I'm guessing? Okay, that error went away. I think. No, it didn't. Okay. Best practice to have Cinemachine camera, Cinemachine brain, and camera targets a separate object. So we need to do. There's okay. Delete. Oops. Okay. Well, we deleted the camera. Hold on. The main camera, is it still working now? Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. Oh, we screwed that up. See if I can. Okay, there we go. We got the camera back. We can do that. Delete this. We can do that. Separate targets. So do we need to have. Wait. There it is. We fixed it. Okay. So I'm wondering. I'm gonna have to dive into this camera stuff. There, we got our glowing head back. There are no audio. Okay, we gotta check the console here. Okay, there are no audio listeners in this. Okay, so that's Cinemachine throwing us an error. Here. Let's play this, make sure it still works. I don't know. We might just need to go get rid of. I mean, I like Cinemachine. I just don't understand it enough. Oh, it's pulsating. Okay, cool. We can maybe. It'd be cool if we can get the body to do that too. So I worked on the mothership beam yesterday. I'm trying to think. I don't remember. Let's see. We need to go to the here we go. Got this at 15. Duration. I want to test something. I know we spent a bunch of time testing this, but I want to get it to where I think I like it when they go off screen. We might have to tilt the camera a little bit more. But I just want to test this setting and see what it does. Okay. That did nothing. that back to 25, 15. Field of view. Bring that in a little. Oh, no. Not what I want. Camera distance. Let's see what that does. I remember how I adjusted it last time. I remember there were settings I adjusted and I made it to where it was, but this looks okay. I'd like to tilt it a little more though, like down, but I think, let's see how this works. This might be too close. And then we'll start working on the character progression, I think. We can start working on that. Let's see, go back. I like it when they do that, when they go off screen. I think that's a little bit better. And we got to figure out why those power-ups are doing that too. That's much better. Much better. Okay. I think we'll do that. I have to find out this mother beam. I think I wanted to put a, so my player can go through a collider, but let's try it. Oh. All right, well, I think we're good there. And then we adjusted the wave time. Yeah, okay. Minimum time between a wave would be a minute. Max time, okay, 180. Let's try 250. Okay. Change the difficulty to 0.5. Pulse duration. I go to the player alien. I gotta find the pulse thing. Try 1. Try that. See how it pulses now. It should pulse slower. That was a little too fast, I think. Okay, it's a little slow. 3. Okay. Get it on 5. 8 look like. Too much. Try 2. Minimum intensity. Let's do that to 5. We'll do this to 15. See how it's pushing us? There we go. I think we got that. Cool. So we got 2, 8, 15. 2, 8, 15. 2, 8, 15. Okay, we got that. Great. Abduction beam. Triggered. What we want. This is, I think this isn't, I think this is the old one that we did. Anyway, okay, let's look at the console, make sure there's no errors. What was that? Failed to create agent because it's not close enough to the nav mech. I'm thinking that's the power-ups. Somehow those power-ups are just not, it's not working correctly. Okay. We have spawn point too? We do. 0, 0. 0 is there. Ah. Maybe that's what it was. Okay. So I'm kind of, we got, like, we're tweaking systems now, which is great. We're getting the gameplay, we're getting the waves, like, we're getting stuff. We got to spend some time. You know, we have to think about some stuff here. We want bosses, and I was coming up with some ideas, like just in the shower. I had a couple ideas. I'm thinking, like, one of the bosses could be like a 1950s era, like what they would consider like a mech, but like with the 1950s kind of. Oh, somebody's out here doing something. Somebody's doing some yard work. Hopefully you can't hear that. If you do, apologize. So yeah, I mean, it would be like stuff like that. Because remember, basically this is an alien invasion, so we need to think more or less. You know, we're against humans, so what can humans have? We're in 1950, so we're kind of limited. I mean, we're not limited. Obviously, we can do whatever we want. Because you think about like Wolfenstein 3D, they had Hitler in a freaking mech suit, so that was cool. It's a video game. Kind of thing. So, all right, I'm looking at my Google Doc here. Okay. All right, so gameplay. So basically, we have different weapons and abilities may have different abduction props. So basically, the mechanic is the abduction mechanic. That's it. That's this game. And like I said, we don't need to get any more. We just need to get creative with those mechanics, basically, and make it fun. We're just like in that weird. Sorry, my neighbor's doing some weed whacking on his stuff. So. Okay. Plus, we got to build out what we're looking at. We got to do assets. We got to start thinking. Oh. Power up spawner. Okay, interesting. Got that there. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying not to talk because it's very loud. I have my mic where it doesn't pick up the noise, so. Okay. Yeah, he's still going, so it's like really loud. I'm just trying to find something on the TV here for background noise. So yeah, I think we could work on the player progression maybe. And we got to start thinking about towns and stuff. And I was looking on the yesterday. We were looking for assets on the store. I think we downloaded a couple buildings, our neighborhood buildings, so we can put those in, I guess. Because I think I would like to. It's just gonna take a lot of time. That's the thing with the Blender stuff. It's just like, but I would like to customize it myself. But if not, who cares? But we need to find out other ways to like bring interest to these areas, And once I build this stuff out, we'll have different spawn points. And I think what we can make another mechanic is like you have to, if you don't abduct enough people, you can't progress or something. We can think of some mechanic or something around those. Like a challenge or something. Or the waves don't spawn as much maybe over time, or they spawn a lot, and you have to abduct at least so many, or you try to abduct them all within the counter time. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning. All right. That one will work for now. Okay, so let me go to our assets because we did get some stuff yesterday. Yeah, this right here. I think it was this one. Or is it this one? No, here it is. That one. So I was thinking we could use maybe this house. I think that will work. So let's download that. And now that I'm thinking about it, low poly might go really well with this. Because our character will be probably low poly. So I think we should focus more on low poly. Okay. Alright, what's this simple poly city? Let's take a look at this. Maybe there's some like fire stations, police stations, stuff like that. If they have like a city hall, that would be amazing. But like these are just temporary. Like I said, I would like to build them and customize them, but this is just to get stuff in there to get it prototyped. You know, kind of the idea. I guess you would say the vertical. Oh, we're loading here. I guess the vertical slice or whatever people call it. Demo, I guess. So in other news, so I remember I interviewed for that position last week, and they wanted a second interview. Well, it turns out they're putting the job on hold. So this happened to me twice. This has happened before, in the past when I've looked for work. It just sucks. We're in a weird spot right now. Um, it's just it's just the nature of things. So like I said, it feels like it's 2018 all over again. And 2018 was similar vibes that I'm having right now with the job market and just the economy and everything. The oh, so this I guess supposed to make things easy, like on some of this stuff. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, it's waiting for Unity to finish compiling. Okay. Well, it looks like the markets are doing good today. That's good. All right, there we go. All right, whatever. All right, we're gonna download this one. Because look, there's some buildings in here we probably could utilize, like shops and stuff. So, okay, let's see. They have drugstore, gas station, gift shop, pizza. This will work for now. Okay. All right, so where did that go? Yeah, there we go. Down here. Okay, so we got vehicles. But these aren't gonna match the vibe we're going for, but it could work, I guess. All right, let's take a look at buildings. Supermarket. Do I need to? See, like, when I used to do this before, I would bring stuff in, it would be purple, and then you could do this and it would render them what you needed. Mm. Okay. Well, it's using a legacy sheet. That's why. Hmm. You have to go out. Let's see what these other ones are using. Legacy diffuse. Okay, bud, what do you need? You have to go out? Okay, I have to let the dog out. Um, okay. I'll be right back. Okay, come on, bud. You go out. And I got my tea anyway, so.
It's 11 o'clock.
All right, we're back. So he didn't look like he wanted to go out. So I don't know. Uh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know why. I'm gonna have to research why these. Okay, we got that fixed. Okay, so. Yeah, this is what I used to do right here. You'd go to you do this by edit render pipeline. Okay, edit render pipeline. Ah. Right, hold on. I'm gonna just throw this window over here. Back here. Okay, we go to edit. Render pipeline, which we don't have render pipeline. I used to go here, render pipeline converter. Is that where it's telling us to go? Upgrade project materials. Hold on. Render pipeline. Hold on. Try Unity 6. Okay, so if your asset's imported that appears purple or pink, your project is using a different render pipeline than the asset was designed for. This is particularly common using Okay. You fix this in Unity 6. Upgrade the asset shader to match your project's render pipeline, or switch your project to use a render pipeline that's compatible with the asset. Oh, okay. Okay, so upgrade your shader. Your project using the URHP, you can try to upgrade the asset shaders to be compatible with the render. This is often done through a menu option within Unity's editor. Edit, render pipeline. Okay. So it's a shader issue. Okay. Which what we're doing here. These are the shaders. Okay. Is there a thing that says upgrade to project? No, it doesn't. Yeah, see right here, convert selected built-in material to URP. Building supermarket. Okay, this is more problem than it is worth it. Check the asset folder, see if they have shaders. Materials. Even that is... Okay. I hate being new to stuff when you don't know what to do. Like I said, when I was doing the tutorials and stuff, going through there, all I had to do when I brought assets from the asset store that did this, you would go here, you go to rendering, render pipeline converter, and it would show you all the things in your project that weren't working. And then you just would go here, go initialize and convert. Let's try it and see what happens. But it would tell you which ones weren't. There it is. I think it worked. But it would tell you how many, see now it's showing us how much we don't have. We'll just do them all, man. Oh, we're doing, okay, hold on. So this is what I would do, and it would fix everything, and everything would be fine. So let it do its thing. Hopefully this will fix it. I should have just did this in the first place, but you know. So yeah, I got my gaming PC back up here. So my office or man cave, whatever you want to call it, I call it my office because this is where I work. Um, yeah, it's coming together. It's just getting a little claustrophobic. I don't like a lot of things, but you know, it's got to be what it is. And then I got to work on some issues on the computer. The IQ software is just the worst piece of software ever. I have Corsair fans with the commander and everything. Like I said, I built this computer and I built that computer I think in 2021. Whenever the 3090s or where the 30 series cards came out, that's when I built that. It's got a 3090 in it. Well, anyway, one day I did like an update and it just trashed my system with IQ. Like my things don't even come, they don't even show up. I can't adjust the fan settings. So the fan settings, you could turn it to where, you know, it wouldn't be full blast. Like they're always on. And then my colors are all screwed up. It's just a mess. I don't know. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Alright, we're almost done here. Well, it's converting the materials. It's gonna take a little bit. Let's go to our document. Okay. I'm just looking at my little checklist I made about a week or two ago. Hey, we got that off. Mothership Spotlight. We did that. Okay. Cloaking, force field, UFO crash, day-night cycles, cars, player movement. So some of that stuff is just, we don't need to worry about that right now. All right, and then we got, ooh, drive-in. Actually, that would actually be pretty easy to do. As far as the screen, we just do a rectangle. And do two little posts, give them some materials, make them wood, and then we just put some dirt on the ground, put a little building, and we have a movie theater. That will be cool. We can totally do something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so that maybe we can work on that once this is done. All right, does it work now? Let's see. Let's go back to our here, back to our prefabs, buildings. It worked! Yay! But then we have all these errors down here. Oh, great. Let's look in the console. Okay, so now I have to learn about the shader thing. Okay. So the trees are screwed up. Okay. Yeah, see, these trees aren't as big as what I had before. But the thing is, we got to remember here, I don't know if players are even going to go back here. I'm probably going to make, like, a boundary right here or something. I don't know. Or the town will be the like, you know what I mean? The boundary will be the town, and then whatever we build out here. So there will be boundaries. Like I said, this is more of a set piece, so it shouldn't really matter. What I want to do is I want to fix this mountain hole right here. Like, these peaks are just too big. Like, we need to balance it a little bit right here. Like, I like how these are. This has really good balance. That one doesn't. Like, or we need to maybe tailor it out to here. All right, let's go here. All right, we gotta fix those errors real quick, but let's just do terrain settings. No. Okay. Terrain. Wait, can I bring this down maybe? Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah! It looks better, but we screwed that up. Yeah, let me go over here. Bring the brush size down a little bit. There we go. Ah! Left click to raise, hold shift, and left click to lower. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. Right, there we go. There, that's much better. It just fills in that gap a little bit, gives us a little more balance right there, I think. And then I think we should do, yeah, right there. Just a tad, like right in here. There we go, just a little. There we go. There, that looks a lot better. That side over there. Could do that a little here. Okay, there, that looks a lot better. Yes, that looks way better. We filled in that gap right there. It just was too extreme of a gap for me. That looks a lot better. But like these peaks right here, that's a little too much. Where are those at? Right here. Yeah, these are these peaks right here. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, there we go. Much better. All right. So let's look at this and see where we're going to build the city assets, environment. All right, we need to. Where are we gonna put a neighborhood? Now, so we're gonna kind of want, if we're doing a drive-through. Let's look at some of these buildings here. Yeah, that would work. That music store would definitely work. So let's go back to the town. Let's see what these let's just see how these work with what I have. Like, what is the scale? Like, we need to know scale right now. Okay, yeah. So we're way off on the scale, I think. Oh, yeah, we are. Way off. And obviously we can... Oh, wow. That's... Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, we're like way off on scale. No, I mean, not really way off, because you gotta look at my character compared to that building. Which would... That... Actually, that's about right. Yep, okay. So, music shop, let's put that right here. So, let's delete that building. Oop. Okay. And like I said, I knew when I was building this, these buildings out, they were way too big. We can also adjust the scale. I mean, this is 1. Let's see what 2 looks like. Actually, that's really small. Yeah, let's try 2. There we go. Perfect. 2, yeah, 2 looks a lot better. Let's see. We on the ground yet? Okay. Ground. Okay, let's look at our player reference. What does 3 look like? 3? Let's see, let's walk up to this thing. Obviously, my character might be a little bit bigger. The main character will be a little bit bigger than that, I think. Maybe we should adjust the scale of our player. Yeah, that looks... Let's see. I don't know, does that look too big? 2 might be... that's 3? Let's see what 2 looks like. Actually, I think 2. What is 1? That's too small. Okay, let's take a look at some of our reference here. Okay, so here's a good reference. Yeah, so I think 2's way better. Yeah, I think... Let's see what 1 is. 1's too small. I think we're gonna go with 2. Alright, now we need to change... Nope. Nope. Yeah, that changes everything because these buildings are way too big. Like I said, I was just throwing stuff in here. And that's going to change everything. Like, once we get these buildings, you know, the scale, like I said, that square might be too big. And these roads might be a little too big as well, so we can always adjust. Okay, that one. Perfect. All right, now. Building mesh store. So I think for these, we're going to need a collider. And let's see if that, I think it needs to be as trigger. Because I noticed that people, okay, we gotta do this real quick. Building store. Actually, this works fine right there. Okay, building 7. Delete that. I don't think I'm going to put a building there. I'm going to put the building here. Makes more sense. Okay. The restaurant. We got the music store. Okay, let's just see what we got here, because we got to be very we got to know what we're doing here, because okay, that's like a corner building. Bookstore. All right, let's wait on that one over there. Let's put something right here. Auto service could probably go there. For these. Okay, those are big buildings. I don't think we need those right now. Bakery, bar, bookshop, chicken shoe, clothing. Music store. There's some houses, which I'm not really into. Pizza. Do a restaurant. Let's get that restaurant, I guess. Obviously, I think we can change the colors on these. Okay, where's that at? Back here. All right, go into there. Out. Okay, we gotta do that. And about right there. Obviously, we're gonna scale it here. We want 2. Yeah, we're gonna have to totally do some redesign here. We made it way too big. We made this square way too big. Damn, stuff's getting annoying. There we go. All right. Yeah, I don't think the City Hall building will be that big. This building's a little smaller. Just fine. Okay. All right, we got that. So while we have that, let's just do this. Let's start from here. This will make more sense doing it this way. So this will be the first street. And then we got to get these roads. I think these roads are a little big. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, man. Those are not good. All right, let's take a look at our reference photo. Oh, we got to do this. Close that window. Okay, so they're stacked right next on top of each other. Okay, where's my... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... About 9 buildings. Okay. Okay, so there's a music store, restaurant, shoe shop. Not gonna work there. Pizza place, music store. Do the bookshop, I guess. Not gonna. I guess that could work. Bakery. No. Alright, this will work. Oops. Okay, bring that down. That in. There. Okay, go with that. Down. Whoops. Obviously, we can finesse this stuff, you know. Okay, we gotta bring that to 2. 2. That's like... Alright, that might be need 3. Yeah, that's a lot better. What's this restaurant? We might only do 3 here as well. No. What the problem's gonna be is these damn doors are all gonna be mismatched. Like this, maybe this one needs to be 3. Yeah. Okay. That's what it is. Okay, we got it. That one needed to be 3. Whoa, we don't want that. Okay, bring that up. Have to adjust this one. this over that. Now, I would like to have this one here. Bring this one over. We could give a little gap. I mean, we don't need them right up and against each other. We can do a little gap here. It's fine. We're gonna have to finesse this stuff anyway, because this road is not right. It'd be nice if this could be here. I don't know. We can get one more building there. Problem is we're gonna run out of buildings. What was the other pack we had? Oh, this has roads in it as well. Nice. So maybe we'll use these roads instead. And then we can adjust it, because like I said, I think the scale is way off right now. Yeah, I think the scale is definitely way off. Why is that building way different? Now it's way over. Hold on here. What's this restaurant? Two? Okay, there we go. We can adjust the scale of the width. There we go. Bars 3. What's this one do? Okay. No, that's not going to work. We need 2 because the door height. There we go. Okay, better. That's better. Whoa, we're way up in the air. What the hell is going on here? Now this doesn't look right. What I'm going to do, character. Ah, much better. All right, maybe we need to do 3 there. Still, see, that door is just, it's too high. I don't know, that bar or the restaurant's just not working. What the? Why can't I move? There we go. Like I said, we can get one side of the road. We can get some of the stuff set up, and we can always move it to look better. But yeah, I mean, too much of a gap there. I think needs to be closer together. Anyway, like I said, these aren't finalized. These are just to get stuff in here to scale so we can see what it's gonna feel like. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Is that 3? Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, it's gonna work. It's just the road is. We have to adjust the road. That's all. Hold on. Is that like a side building? Like a it's like a corner building. Like that. That's weird. It should be more like. That's not gonna work there. Let's move that out of the way. For now. Pizza. Need like 2 more buildings on this side, I think. We're just running out of options. Let me check. Let's just do low poly building, see what comes up. Yeah, this is probably what we would need, something like this, like an ultimate pack. We're just gonna have to make them. That's the thing. We're just gonna have to customize the buildings for what we're gonna need. But like I said, these are just stand-ins for now, so we can know the scale. So when I go model, we know exactly what to what we need to model them like. I mean, there's some good stuff in here. Oh, these are nice. But we need to come up with the art, what they're gonna look like. So if we start mix and matching too many sets, it's just not gonna work. It's gonna look odd. I think that this is probably what we need. Save that for later, just in case. Oh yeah, look at all those. Wow. That's a lot. Yeah, but see, some of this stuff I wouldn't, well, might not utilize it, but ooh, they got some good stuff in here. We might not utilize it now, but in a future game, we can always, that's the beautiful thing. You get some of these things, you can utilize them for later. Yeah, I don't know if these would work though. It's a great set though. Wow, it's got a lot of stuff. It's just like our game's too specific of a job. I mean, we don't have to. We can just set it as whatever. But if we're going for that vibe, which is what I'm kind of going for, a vibe. That's cool though. Definitely like it. Put it on our wish list. Does this person have any other van creations? Let's see what this person has in their store. But yeah, if I can learn how to do this in Blender, I think it would be pretty cool. Jeez, look at this. Pro Universe. What is this? This is just like what we kind of looked at. Wow, look at that. I mean, if we were going for a modern day, that fire department would work. I like the sidewalks and the streets in this one. It's nice. Yeah, this is overkill for what we're going for, but this is like, if we were going to make this type of a game in the modern day, I think yeah, this could be really cool. This is everything you need. But you could always utilize this for other projects because you're not going to utilize everything. That's the way to go right there. Wow, that's so cool. Okay. Yeah, that's basically what we would need to go for. Okay. All right. Well, we can use these, I guess, and it's fine. I wonder if they give us the file. They do. like if we could just have the file without like with the sign but no words, and then like we can add words later. I'm guessing that's what this is. I'm all new to that, so I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just a material. Yeah, that's all it is. It's a material on the building. I'm guessing that's all it is. You know? Material. Yeah, building gift shop. So if we come up with something else, well, let's test it. All right, let's bring in a new one. Let's do... Instead of doing all that, all we gotta do is let's duplicate the bar. Okay, we'll go to the mesh render, building bar, mesh filter. We want the material here. Let's see what we got. And let's see what this does. Yeah, it changes it. So we would have to edit the material, but see, some of these won't work very well. They're not built for it. Okay, so the building bar. Is there one that's like similar to that? Oh, the house ones. Okay, the restaurant would work on that. Because that's all it is. You're just reskinning. So you'd have to build the skin. Which... Oh, that's cool. You can Okay, cool. That one would work. Like, that's what I'm saying. You could reskin... So we could use these buildings, and if I could learn how to create skins, the materials, that could save us a lot of time, because then we can do whatever. Yeah, that would definitely work. Yeah, we could just use these models and reskin, but that's the thing. I need to learn how to how to do that. What are these? Okay, those are the vehicle trucks. That's not going to work. So the buildings are up here. So that's good to know. It could be cool if they just had like a basic building color, like no sign. That's all I want, like plain building. Because we necessarily don't need... Yeah, I don't see... they don't have just a standard... Like, hey, let's just have a building without the... Okay, so, yeah. Okay, we can delete that one. Test. Okay, so that works there, I guess. Save this. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. All right, so we got those. I think that's good for this side. Whoops. Let's start. So it looks like that building goes like that. Let's see here. That looks. So maybe we can put this one. Okay, that's like a side. Yeah, that's like on a corner. Like right there. Yeah. Either that corner or that corner. Let's try this corner first. What is this? Threat Locker Cybersecurity. Don't know who that is. Is that a company call me, or is that a Threat Locker Cybersecurity call? What the hell? Okay, that was weird. Okay, they're calling me again. Threat Locker Cybersecurity. Threat Locker. Oh, it's probably a freaking spam call. Whatever. Leave a voicemail. All right, so that building, the shoes. All right, let's see. How would that would work? Okay, so we would need to turn this that. Hold on, I gotta. We saw something like that on one of the. Oops. Right there, that like that. Okay, it's kind of like that building. So it would go the other way. Goes like that. So with that being said, it might make more sense to go there. Yeah, like that. Okay. That building. Okay. Something like that. Okay. We're doing two buildings. Maybe right there we can do the coffee shop. Okay. We're doing three, I think. Three, three, three. Perfect. That will fill that gap pretty good. Do something like that. And then if there's like a smaller building, throw that right there. These roads are gonna have to change. I mean, that's just... Well, 2 buildings could be okay. Let me see the... This has 1, 2. Gas station was there. Yeah, we can do that. Something like that. Move this in, which would tighten that up a little bit. I would like to have like couple more buildings this way. So this stuff might need to come in a little bit. Now that I'm thinking about it, these might need to be about right here. We'll finesse that. Save. Did they leave a freaking voicemail? They didn't. Okay. Yeah, they didn't leave a voicemail. Okay. So I think 2 will work. We'll bring those in probably. Obviously, this is going to be the city hall. And we just need a couple more rest stores here. That's going to be the problem. I don't know. Okay, auto service could work. The gas station we could totally put like over here or over here. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have to readjust, which is no problem. I don't think the town would be that big, and I knew that going into it. What's that over there? Is that a building out over there? Oh, that's the gift shop. All right, well, we'll put that. Let's get rid of this. Probably just get rid of all these now. Okay. Okay. Like that. 3, 3, 3. Perfect. That will work there. A coffee shop, I don't know, that looks a little... I gotta change my character here to face E. All right, let's start working on. Okay, so we got that. We got that. We were going to do the drugstore. We don't have that yet. Actually, no. We could do another restaurant, I guess. This is fast food, but what does that look like? Whoops, wrong one. New fast food. Okay, it doesn't matter what these say at this point. We just need the building shape so we can get a sense of scale, what the town will look like, and then we can model these, similar to what we're going to do. We need just to point out what I need, but I need to start utilizing that way more though. Yeah, we need to start utilizing that way much more. Much easier. Okay, we want 3, 3, 3. Oops. Go. That down. Up. Way off here. Okay. There. Up. There we go. All right, there we go. So it's starting to take shape now. I mean, obviously these aren't final buildings, but that's a start. Okay, what do we got here? What else? Okay, we got the fast food place. We got a pizza place, music store we already got, gas station we're probably gonna put over there. Fruit shop. Okay, that's a corner shop. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. We could totally use that factory. Drugstore, coffee shop, okay, clothing store. That's a side building. Use that one. I don't like these side buildings. Okay, maybe that supermarket can fit over there. Or we could put here or there. I don't know. Let's see here. That's a. Maybe we'll put that here. Three. That's gonna make it pretty big. Yeah. Okay. That there. Make that right there, I guess. We need to put something here. Let's just, okay, here. What we'll do is we'll duplicate this restaurant. Like I said, we're gonna have to utilize a lot of these buildings. We're gonna have to redo them. You know, like we're gonna have to just use a few of them. It's fine with the signs. It doesn't matter. They're not gonna have supermarkets in the 50s. Anyway. Chicken shop. See that auto service one we can put right here. And then yeah, this will be cool. Whoa. What did we do? Oh my god, we threw that way over here. Where are you going, dude? Oh my god, what did we do here? Wow, we're like way over there. Here, let's just reset that. And maybe not. Okay. That's weird. I'm not touching anything. Okay, we gotta... I think we got a pair here or something. Alright, we're gonna close this and reopen it. Something's not right here. I think we hit too many buttons and it messed something up. Ugh, what the hell? Yeah. It's, wow, this is really screwed up. It's like acting like I have my mouse. Oh my god, what the hell is going on? Hold on. Try this. Okay, while that's loading, I'll be right back. IQ is the worthless piece of program ever. Oh my god. All right. All right, there we go. Jesus. There's got to be simpler ways to do it. There's got to be a better way. Jesus. How far are we from this? There we go. Okay, we're getting there now. All right, so we want to bring that way, up. Bring that down, over. There, okay. And now we're way below. Okay. Put this at 0. Neba. Oh, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. What? He just gets bored. He gets bored. He comes in here and for me to do something with them. Okay, come on. You gotta go out now? Alright, we'll be right back. He didn't go out the last time, so maybe he has to go out now. Alright, come on. Okay, we're back. Hopefully that didn't freeze up. Good. Alright, so we were working on that. Here, we got 3. Three might be too. Yeah, these might be 2. That's definitely 2. Supermarket. Yeah, these look okay. 2 might be it. Like I said, we can always adjust. I don't know. So these are things that game and development, you know, you learn over, whoops, 32. No. Over time. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. 2. Like I said, I think the roads and I think everything's just off. It's not what it should be. Okay. Yeah, see I think 2 is what we need. All right, with that being said, we can add one more building like we initially thought. That can go there. Go in there. Oops. Supermarket go there? It might work. Have to adjust some stuff. These roads are too big, way too big. And I think we're too far out as well. Like the size, just this little downtown square thing is just a little much. Okay, that works for right now. Whatever. This isn't final. Buddy. Okay, let's see what we got. We already have a gift shop, I think, right? Right there. We're just gonna have to. We're gonna have to do one of these other little. Um, like just do more restaurants, I guess, over there. Use this chicken shop. There we go. Okay. Like I said, naming conventions right now are not that big a deal. At this point, we just need placeholders. And then I don't know what I'm doing. At this point. It's like you get moving, you build this stuff, and then you just like you hit these like brick walls. It's really weird. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Why? That works for now. I don't know if that supermarket's gonna work. I think it'll be better there. We just need to put these roads need to be fixed, but we need to put a couple buildings here. Yeah, there's just not a lot of variety. I mean, we could do a residential. Let's just do a residential building for now. Might be able to fill up some space. Oops. Actually might work. At this point, we're just trying to fill space to get a sense of if this is the scale of buildings, this is what it's going to look like. You know, that just looks weird there. Anyway. All right, let's zoom back out. Let's just see what this looks like. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work there. It's coming together. I mean, obviously that looks pretty good. I wanted to put the gas station, I think, here. Where's that gas station? Oops. Oh, but if it's like that, we might be able to just throw that right here. Well, actually, we didn't scale it yet. Yeah, it's too modern of a gas station, but whatever. We're just filling spots right now. All right. Yeah, I would only want 3 buildings here. That works for now. Oh Jesus, these are way off the air, way off the ground. Holy crap!
It's 1 o'clock.
I don't know why I'm finessing all this because this isn't going to be final. These are just props at this point. Then we got to figure out. Everybody goes through them, so I think we need to do a collider. Oh Jesus! Like you do one thing and you get like 500 other stuff going on. It's like you create one thing and you're like, oh cool, we just solved that problem, and you're like, nope, now we got 5 other problems to solve. That is game dev, I guess. Yeah, doing a one-man show is definitely hard to do. It really is. Box collider's on that, but they didn't go through there. Mesh collider. Maybe we do a mesh collider instead of a box collider. Whatever. Like, it's just like you just get so deflated after a while. You're just like, okay, motivation. It's like, great, we got this, cool, we got this, and then you're like, oh man, now what I gotta do? I think it's in there. You just gotta keep rolling, you know. Try this, see if it works. Yep. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, there we go. We got some buildings. All right, now we gotta do the fake this, which is probably gonna break everything. Okay, there we go. Like I said, this is just temporary for now. Like we get some buildings, we can kind of see what it would look like with real buildings. Obviously, the things we had in here before. I don't like this over here. Yeah, definitely not what we're going for. But whatever. We could just shift these, I think. Maybe put that over here. Let's do that right now. Yeah, that would fit right there. What we gotta do is just move this over here. Move this to like there. Well, that's got to be on the corner. Like I said, I really think this is too big. This area is way big. We need to bring these probably in here, in here. Square will be there. So we're not going to worry about specifics at this point. Yeah, because like if you look at my, yeah, these are spaced way too far. All right, what building is that? There we go, that will fit. Okay. Make that one more time. Okay. All right. Like I said, I don't know if that apartment's gonna stay there. We're just filling space. I'd like to have like maybe one more building there. We got that there. Got that. That actually might be pretty good. How many buildings we would need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. About 15 to 20 buildings, I think, is what we'll need to go for to build. So sounds easier said than done, but it's a start. And like I said, now we got those neighborhoods that we can start working on. Let's just test this and see how, if the players and everybody can still go through this. That's what we need to test. Hey, Sarah Wild, how are you? Welcome. I like your little avatar. It's cool. Yeah, it looks like they're going through the build. All right, well, my power-ups are not in the sky anymore. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so basically what I'm making here, a lot of this stuff is, I'm prototyping, obviously. So these aren't like the final assets. I'm just kind of got them off the asset store to kind of just put in here. I'm just testing to see if my guy can go through here. I put box colliders on. Okay, good. They're not. All right, good. But we need to fix that because we're going through, clipping through the building. So okay, cool. Oops, something did something weird. Sorry, I got distracted. So what I'm working on is basically it's in the style of Vampire Survivors, I guess, a little bit. And it's you're just basically, instead of shooting, and so these will be humans. You'll be playing as an alien, and I need to fix that. I don't know why it's pushing us there. Okay, that's working. And yeah, I need to fix the camera. Something is. So when I initially set this project up, I'm using Cinemachine. I'm not, like I said, I'm very new to this, so I'm still learning everything. And yeah, I don't know what's going on. And a lot of this stuff I've been building, I've been using ChatGPT to help me, and I need to work on the camera system. I don't know if this is going to be the final. Before we had it like really far up, like an isometric view, but then I'm like, well, if it's going to be 3D, we need it more like this. So anyway, so this is kind of what I've built so far. Like I said, I had blocks in here for positioning, but I had them way too big. So now I'm kind of seeing how the dimensions would be. So this is going to be like City Hall. That's way too big. I built this stuff here, and we still need to fill out the rest of the level. But yeah, so basically the game object is, like I said, it's a wave of enemies will coming in. They're humans. They'll progressively get worse, harder and harder as they come. And then you just need to abduct them. And then I'm going to create power-ups for like, okay, you don't want to get too close to them because they're going to be shooting you. So you'll have like a abduction gun or something to do it. So, I mean, that's basically it. It's a very simple concept. Nothing here We're going for that 1950s vibe, like the sci-fi. Oh, I think you're in an ad break. Right. I'll wait. The ad will be over in 27, 5. All right, 4 seconds. Okay, I think the ad break's over. Sorry, I didn't know you were in when I was explaining. I don't know what you caught, Sarah. The spring arm should fix the camera. Okay. So I got this here and this. I think I set it up wrong because it's giving me an error here. Like I said, I'm learning. Like, you don't know what you don't know when you're building stuff. Like, I'm just gonna build it. It's all cool, and then the things you don't think about in the future causes problems. And then it's like a circle when you don't know what you're doing. I saw a setting where clipping before. Okay, spring arm. Avoid obstacles. I think that's. Oh boy, I don't know what I just did. You're not a fan of Unity, so what do you use? I initially so I kind of started this game dev journey in like October, I would say. I initially was going to use Godot because when I was watching people stream and everything, a lot of people were using Godot that are indies, kind of like Unreal. And so I was going to use that, but then I'm like, I don't know. And I saw Unity, and they have like a bunch of tutorials you can go through, which I did, but I just felt like they were good. And then I was kind of prototyping a couple other ideas I had, and I got lost into art. So I started doing I was like, I'm gonna do a pixel art game, 2D side scroller. Okay, yeah, that'll be easy. And then I got lost in pixel art. I went down that rabbit hole for a while. Started working on assets. I got my characters in pixel art, but then when it got to animation, I was like, oh my god, this is too hard for me. So a lot of people recommended doing the low poly stuff, which where I'm at now. And I had this simple concept here based off of a couple that streams on Twitch called Two Nerdy Nerds. They're doing like a Vampire Survivor styles game. I was like, that's cool. I have an idea. And this is the idea. So I'm a lot farther along in this idea than I've been on anything else. It's just I don't know how to do Blender for 3D modeling. So all the stuff you see is like, just from the asset store, which will work. But for this game to kind of hit what I'm looking for is they kind of need to be stylized in the thing that I'm looking for. So, but it's a process, I have no expectations for this. Hey, if I can make a packaged game and sell it, great, cool. But this is what I see so far. Could possibly be done in 2 hours. Right, exactly. See, right now I'm messing with just placements. I was doing all the systems have been built. That's the thing. I started with the systems, and I need to tweak the systems. So I did all the coding. That's what took a long time. As you can see, here's all my scripts that I made. So that's where a lot of the time was spent, was building the systems out. Which, yeah, we could, for somebody that knows what they're doing, yeah, they could probably whip this game up and build it in a day. I'm new, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just it's like I'm in a dark room fiddling around for a flashlight, and then like a nightlight or a little light comes on, and then, oh, hey, okay, cool. So as a beginner, you don't know what you're doing. So, but I get that. They got built-in modeling tools, cool. I was gonna go. I downloaded Unity or Unreal a long time ago, but I'm not looking for like right now. I'm not looking for like realistic. Like a lot of people tell me it's like realistic graphics, which is great. It's just I'm just learning, you know. I don't know if I'll stick with Unity. I do like things about Unity, but there is things about it I don't like. It's too like for me, my brain, like all this stuff is just too much. It's overwhelming. Getting movement to work in Unity is yeah. I got that like pretty quickly. I need to improve on it. But my thought process was like, let's build the game mechanics first before we build the pretty. You know, like the the artwork and all this cool stuff. Um, so that's what I did. And now I'm just kind of trying to place out based on what I'm doing here because I scaled it too much. And like, you know, you need to learn. Like I built these buildings way too big. This placeholder was this is way too big, and I had all a bunch of buildings here, and it was looking great. So now I have to kind of adjust, you know. Yeah, coding for me, I struggle with it all, you know, at this point. You know, it's like you got an idea. It's like the idea is cool, you see it in your head, but then it's like, how do I get that idea from my head out into the real world? So that's what I'm doing. It's not where I want it to be, obviously. The polish isn't there. We'll get there, but we got to build the mechanics, make it fun. Is it even going to be fun to play? I don't know. And like I said, I've been utilizing ChatGPT for all the coding. Because like I'll have an idea and I'll throw it in ChatGPT and it'll tell me how to do it, and then I struggle with it. I was building shaders. I spent a lot of time doing these shaders, so that this took forever because I don't know what I'm doing. So that mothership beam that came down, that literally took me like an hour and a half to do. And I was trying to work on a dissolve shader, so when they were getting abducted, the player would start to dissolve away. Um, I just didn't get it locked in. But this is how you learn. But like I said, I got everything the basics here. So like you know that beam that comes down, it doesn't look like the way I want it to look, but it's a start. You know, this is a prototype. Like yeah, dissolve shaders advanced. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow a YouTube tutorial, I think. But for what I said, for what I'm doing right now, that works. Like that's perfect. You know, for what I'm doing. To see if this game's even gonna be fun or if it's even something people are interested in playing. But let me tell you, this has come a long way, and I got my power ups here. You know, the placeholders, what's they're gonna look like. The little these are health packs, and then these are power ups, which I still need to work on. Simple edge detection. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's coming together. You know, like if I look back 2 weeks ago when I first started or whatever, when we first kind of started this, I started streaming. We're nowhere near where we are now. So it's coming a long way, you know, and these things just take time, especially for a beginner. But once we get like the sound effects, the music, and the actual characters in here, it will really come to life. So many people say UI5 is too realistic. Okay. Like I said, it's something I will. I'm isn't Unreal like more of a graphic way of coding or whatever, like kind of like how that shader thing. It's more like that. It's a more visual, I guess, builder, which for me might work because I like that. Um, like I said, I tried Godot for a little bit. I kind of liked it, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I just kind of abandoned it. And I saw that I think I built like one little thing in it. It's both? Okay. I'll have to give it a shot. The problem is I'm on a Mac. So, well, I do have a PC, as you can see right there. I just finally got this up in my my office. Um, source code is free and can be downloaded. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might try it out and give it a shot. And it's free. Yeah, no, all these are free. I mean, Unity's free, Godot's free. That's what's so cool. Oh, it works on Mac too? Cool. Yeah, I got a MacBook Pro M3, so I mean, it should be able to handle it pretty well. I mean, it handles Unity pretty cool, pretty pretty good. But that's what I've heard. You just kind of have to try all the engines, and whatever clicks for you, that's the one you go with. Oh, and then I worked on some of the fonts, as you can see here. These aren't final, but I was trying to find like 50s fonts. This one I like. These ones, these are still a work in progress. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've seen things, and I remember years ago I downloaded Unreal, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn this, and I never did. I had it on my my gaming PC. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and like I saw some of the things that it could do, and I was like, dude, that's so cool. So I'll look into it. It's kind of hard to like just switch over right now while I'm doing this. Um, yeah, that's it. Blueprints. Yeah, that's what I heard. That he uses blueprints. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what you need to do. You just that's what I was doing. I was doing cubes, but I was like, oh, let's go on the Access store and see what they got. And I found this little low poly pack. And I was like, okay, let's throw them in here and see what it looks like. Um, I mean that's what I'm doing. I'm using shapes, 4D maze and 3D world with plat. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have a couple. I have two ideas for platformers, 2D platformer games that I want to eventually build. But I started one, and it was just like it was a game that's like, hey, I'm not ready for this yet. Like this game is not for a beginner. But I have like a game doc and everything, like the idea, what I have, and then another one that I started formulating, and then this idea just kind of came to me, and I think, okay, this is cool. So I got about like 3 game ideas. But when you're a one-man show, it's tough. It's tough because if like you're not good at art or if you're not good at one thing. Cool. So what's your game about? So it's just a 2D puzzle platformer, I'm guessing? Because my main thing is I'm a musician, so the music should be pretty cool, but for the style I'm going for in this game, I mean, if I make this game like the way I want to make it, yeah, it's going to be difficult. Because like it's a very specific sound, like that 1950s classic sci-fi movies, you know, those cheesy sci-fi movies of the day. That's what I want to go for this, because that's very. I haven't seen any games like that. Called White This. I am dedicated to my. Oh, cool. Yeah, my 2 daughters, they love animals. They have both of them have guinea pigs. So when it comes to art, I'm okay. It's just, a load of rabbits to lead the way to prom. Oh, cool. That's a unique idea. I like that. Yeah, I mean, like it's the thing is like if you're not having fun, then yeah, maybe take a little. Like I'm having fun doing this, but there's days, when I'm streaming here and I'm just like, okay, the stream's over. Like you hit that wall, you hit a brick wall. Like okay, I'm doing this, doing that. Okay, what do I need? And then like I know what I need to do, but then it's like, what do I work on? And then what do I? It's hard to explain unless you're working on a game. It's like you just hit those days where it's just. Ugh. Best ending will allow you to fly around the map to see how it's made. Cool. Oh, hey! Josh! Thanks, man. Yeah. I hit those too. Definitely streaming because, like, you're trying to entertain people, but then you're trying to work, and it's, like, very difficult sometimes. And for me, I get distracted very easy. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no problem. Like, I'm trying to focus, but as you know, dude, it's hard for me to focus sometimes. But hopefully you're liking the progress, dude. We got the mothership beam. I finally got that. It's not where I want it to be, but, we got something. we got it built, dude. And I found this little asset pack. Cool, thanks. I appreciate it. Of course, these aren't going to be final, but they're just for now. If I can reskin these, which I was looking at earlier, I might be able to reskin these models. But, Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, Sarah here in the chat, she's just recommended me to to start looking at Unreal. I've never used Unreal. I've only used Godot and I've used Unity. Um, I downloaded Unreal like years ago on my game. Oh look, dude, got the gaming PC. We got it back in my office. I just need to find my Ethernet cable, but it works fine. The Wi-Fi works fine in my room here. But I'll have to look at Unreal, check it out, because they usually say, because I mean, I like Unity, but there is some things I don't like, and the advantage of Unreal is you can make Fortnite islands and get people, yeah, like Roblox. Yeah, it's blueprints. That's what Sarah was talking about. You can download blueprints and just throw them right in. Safari Cartoon is a TV cartoon over here made entirely in... Oh, cool. Where are you at, Sarah? If you don't mind. You don't have to be specific, just kind of like where you're at. Country-wise is fine. Oh, Wells, nice. I think my direct ancestors on my father's side are from... I'm doing my family tree and stuff, and I can't locate them yet, but we've been here in America for a long time, probably since the 1700s, but I think they come from either Wales or England. I did the DNA test, and it was like really high with England, and then it's changed, and now I'm more Germanic, and then Scotland came up. I'm like, what? Okay. But yeah, I think my ancestors are either from Wales or Britain on one side of my family. But I can't find. I found my great 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 grandfather, and I'm having trouble finding his father. Yeah, it's like when you start going back that far, it's like it's because I don't know when they came over from Europe. Because he was born. My third great grandfather was born in Indiana in 1815. So his father had to be, if he was born in America, which he was, what I found, he was born in Virginia. So it'd be somewhere in the 1700s. So that's why I'm saying my family probably came over in the 1700s from Britain or England or Wales or wherever they came from. Anyway, enough of that. But we're slowly trucking, man. We're getting stuff built here. Oh, and I changed some of the mountains. They were bugging me. Right here, I fixed this little gap here. It looks so much better. Might need to tone these down a little, but like there was a huge gap right here, and it just looked awkward. Now it looks a little more standardized, I think. But it does not really matter because players aren't going to go over there anywhere. It's just set dressing, so. But yeah. Oh, looks like you guys are in an ad break. Crap. Don't know if that gas station's gonna work there, but whatever. It's good for now. All right, so I got some neighborhoods too. There it is. Probably go with that one. Unity uses scripts and many global variables. Unreal forces proper etiquette to coding. You don't have to do it, but there are plenty of tutorials online that show proper etiquette. Yeah. See, for me, coding's my weak spot. I'm just learning. I just fixed the friend's blueprints. They hacked it out and didn't use proper. Okay. Looks like a bowl of spaghetti. Oh, you don't even want to see my code. Mine's been written by ChatGPT. So. But like I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of understanding the code, which is good. But, you know, I am cheating. And like at this point, I don't really care. I know a lot of people get freaked, you know, or well, you're not real code, whatever, you know. It's making me do this, and you learn on the way. I removed about 300 lines of code, and oh, cool. That was my problem. Like, you want to put too much in there, or you don't put enough code. But yeah, Josh, I didn't know if you heard me because I saw you were on an ad break. I don't know if you're in an ad or not, but I got the gaming PC up here, so we can totally start playing Baldur's Gate. Hopefully soon. I still need to fix the freaking fan IQ nightmare software issue. I can't get it to. I can't. Oh, it's just. I hate it. Okay, cool. That's right. You did subscribe. Hmm. Yep, yep. It's just it needs some work. I gotta fix. IQ is the worst Corsair because I have Corsair Commander Pro. And that's where all my fans are in there, and my fans are Corsair. And but the IQ, it doesn't even recognize my stuff, dude. And it's like, what the hell, man? I've tried uninstalling it. Now I can't even uninstall it. It's I don't want to have to like redo my computer. You know what I mean? Like reinstall Windows and everything. But so I gotta deep down in that rabbit hole of trying to fix that. Baldur's Gate 3 has new subclasses. I've never played the game, so um, somebody's at my door. I don't know who it is? Oh, it's a package. So Rapid Llama is he's an old friend of mine, and we're gonna have a couple of us get together and play it as a group. So I'm excited to play it. Oh, and Josh, I think I talking. No, I think it was either you or Brian. I can't remember. We were talking about that announcement for we thought was Elder Scrolls 6. It was actually just for Oblivion remaster. Like dude, I was so out of it. I think it was Monday when they released that, and I didn't have enough sleep. And I was like, I misread the number. I thought it was 6. I was like 4, and then I saw it later that day. I was like, wait a minute, that's a 4, dude, not 6. I was like, oh yeah, Oblivion. Which that's one of the ones I haven't played, or I played it back in the day, but I didn't play it a lot because I was coming from Morrowind at the time. I played Morrowind, loved Morrowind, and I was like, Oblivion, I'm just not really into it. Yeah, they took Sky Oblivion, pretty much. So I'm eagerly curious to check it out because I didn't play it very much. I just remember like walking because you can get a mount, and because in Morrowind you didn't have a mount, you had to walk everywhere. And I remember just getting on the mount, I'm like, whoa, checking out all the cool stuff. This was Xbox 360, wasn't it? That's cool. They gave the mod team Sky Oblivion free keys. That's cool. Dude, that's insane. Xbox 360. I remember I bought my Xbox 360 right after I graduated college. It was like summer of 2006. And that's when Oblivion, I was so hyped, dude, because after Morrowind, I was like, oh my god, a new Elder Scrolls game. I remember I popped it in. I'm like, what is this? It was so much different than Morrowind, but it was cool. I mean, Skyrim, yeah, I agree. At this point, Skyrim is, I would have loved a Morrowind remake. I would love to have 11,000 reviews on my game. Yeah, right? We all would. But you gotta understand, Oblivion's been out for almost 20 years, so it's got a fan base. Yeah, it came out in 2006, didn't it? Dude, I remember getting it, man, and being so hyped. It was Xbox 360. Wow. Right, 11,000 views on your video. I would have like having 11,000 viewers on my Twitch stream. That'd be cool. Because then I wouldn't have to worry about getting another job. Oh, which dude, that's another nightmare, man. So that job, I was gonna have a second interview on. I just get I get an email yesterday saying, "Oh, yep, we're reallocating funds and we're putting the position on like the same song and dances you get all the time." Oh wow, you have 500,000 views on a mod you made for Civ 5. That's cool. At the end of the day, it's not all about views, man. It's all about the community you build. Because if you have a loyal community and they'll support what you do. I've seen people that don't have a lot of like subscribers or a lot of whatever. They just have a community that's loyal. And, either they'll have a Patreon page or, what I mean? It's like they'll support you. And that's kind of what it is. And a community kind of grows over time. Like I used to stream years ago. So I used to video game stream all the time. And it's like 6 or 7 years ago. And I slowly started building a little community. But at that time, I wasn't an affiliate. So I couldn't run ads, couldn't have subscribers. And then like right after I could stop streaming, or right before I got another job back then I got affiliate status, but then I couldn't stream. So 146,000 subs. That's nice. Well, that's cool. Share if you want. You can share your link, your channel if you want. We'll check it out. Holy crap! It's 1:30. Oh, you made it before the Steam community badges? Damn, I've been streaming for 3 hours already. Yeah, I need to get some lunch. Lost your mind because I had a short blow up and got 5,000. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because it just takes one, dude. It takes one video to blow up like that. And then it brings in a whole new audience. And then, you know what I mean? And then you get more viewers and then stuff like that. So that's cool. You need that one video, that one video to kind of go viral. I know on my music video, when I, doing YouTube, my music videos I used to do, I had one video that like, basically when I could get AdSense at the time or revenue, that one was making me all the money because I was getting so many views on it. Oh, dude, YouTube is not like it used to be. It's horrible now. It used to be really cool. Like you didn't need to have millions and millions of subscribers and views to make just decent amount of money. Like I said, at my height, I was making at least 100 a month for about 6 months, and then the ad apocalypse happened, and that was that. So I'm thinking I made the roads way too big. Everything's just scaled. So yeah, we need to come in a little bit more. Yeah, these buildings need to be about here. Basically where that road is right here, this is where the buildings need to be. And that will be the square. 1,000 average views on my shorts, and yet my long form repo video got 44 views. Like what? Yeah, it's the thing about YouTube is like you constantly have to be uploading. You know what I mean? Or if you have a video that goes viral that brings in your audience, and really at this point it's not about subscribers on YouTube, it's about views. Where back in the day it was all about how many subscribers you have. Because you can see people that have like 500,000 to 1 million subscribers, but then you look at their view count on their videos and they're like 10,000 views or 100,000 views, and they have like 2 million subscribers. It's like, okay, yeah, your channel's Not doing anything. Might throw up a short of some of the rooms. Yeah, that'd be cool. But when it comes to video games, it's like I follow a guy on Twitch, Hillfort Games, and like he had it happen. Like he threw up a video of his game and it just went viral, you know, because he was doing TikTok. So he was doing little shorts on TikTok, and then that was funneling people into YouTube, and then now it funnels into his Twitch stream. So you kind of have to use like all avenues to get audience, you know? Like you have to use the TikTok thing. And that's the thing, man. To do this stuff, to be a content creator, it's so hard. People don't understand all the work you have to do to get, you know. Shorts are where growth is. Yep, unfortunately I do daily shorts and I'm finally starting to get some traction 6 months later. Views are up, the subs are still, yeah. It is, dude. It's just, like I said, it's a thing. You just keep doing what you do. And when that one viral video, that one just the algorithm picks up and nails you, dude, there you go. Then you're on. But the thing is, you got to continue to do what you're doing. You got Vegas Pro? Cool. DaVinci Resolve? I've heard of that, yeah. I just use Final Cut if I'm doing video editing. I said I'm a Mac guy, so, you know. I don't like Adobe, man. That's a racket, dude. You get into all those Adobe programs, man, you get into a racket. Oh, we're all poor. I don't even have a job. I was laid off last month, so. Oh, dude, yeah, iMovies. Dude, for YouTube, all you need is iMovie. Like, you don't even need anything fancy. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing all that stuff, but like, I just miss the old YouTube, man, where it was about creators, it was about building yourself. Like, you know what I mean? It says you in the damn title. YouTube. Back in the old days, man, where people like were legit and it was like, you know what I mean? The old YouTube before all this, like, people now are whatever, you know, it's all fancy videos and all this stuff, and it's like, okay, dude. Like, I like the realistic stuff, like, you know, just people being people, showing what they're into. That just dates us, though, man. It shows how old we are. But back then, you couldn't. Like, you had to have a lot of views and subscribers to get invited into AdSense back then. I remember, man. Like, you couldn't make money from YouTube back in the day. Only a select few could. Even Twitch has changed. But yeah, you know, I just do Twitch because it's fun, and I'm already sitting here doing this stuff anyway. Why not? All right, so where were those neighbor? Okay, so now I need to figure out where I'm gonna place the. I didn't want to spend all day doing this today, but whatever. I'm thinking neighborhood could go here. Yeah, affiliate's easy. Well, you gotta think about it. They make money. Twitch makes money off you, dude. If you're running the more people they can have running ads, the better for them. They make more money. Even still, getting monetized as a chore, it's like 4,000 subs. Yeah, dude, the watch hours things. Yeah. They changed it so many times, dude. Back in the day, it was pretty good when I qualified. But yeah, Twitch affiliate. And what's cool about Twitch affiliate is once you get Twitch affiliate status, they can't take it away, I don't think. Like YouTube, like once you get affiliate status on YouTube, they can take it away, which happened to me. Twitch affiliate is rolling 30 days, so I did the math. Didn't stream for 3 weeks and got affiliate. Yeah, it's just like it's just a thing. It's easy. It's not easy, but you know what I mean. It's easier to accomplish than than YouTube. That's for sure. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's a bunch of like things you have to do and then it unlocks. A Twitch partner, I don't know what that's all about. But I've heard some people say you don't want to be partner. Like affiliates just fine because affiliate you can do bits, you can do subscriptions and all that. Oh, cool, dude. I got paid this month. And I was shocked, dude. I was like, "What? I haven't streamed that long." I think it was from past streams that they finally paid out because I updated my information finally. So I finally got paid out from like 3 years ago. But I was like, "Hey, I'm a professional streamer. I got paid doing it." But yeah, people don't realize how hard game dev is, man. Like how all the stuff that's involved in it to make a video, especially if you're the only person and you don't know what you're doing. Twitch partner is hard. 75 average viewers. They had advantages. Better. Okay, ad rev split. Yeah, you don't get really good split when you're affiliate. I saw that. I was like, what? And you get a partner lease. Okay, instead of automated systems, streaming. Okay, yeah. There's pluses and minuses. I mean, the longest Twitch person I've been following is Tali. I think when I first learned about Twitch, whenever Twitch became a thing after, because Twitch came out of Justin TV, if I remember correctly. So it was Ustream. God, do we remember Ustream? I used to stream on Ustream. So it was Ustream, and then Justin TV started, or those were like the same time. And I think Twitch spawned off of Justin TV because they used to have a gamer section. I have a network of streamer friends, lots of you start like meeting other streamers and stuff, which is really cool. I was like that with Star Citizen, which some of them still pop in here from time to time. Okay, Justin TV. Okay, so Justin TV is Twitch. Okay, that's what I thought. But that just tells you how long ago that was. When I heard about Twitch, I remember getting an account, and Tali, he still streams to this day, was the first guy I think I found that I was like, this guy is amazing. He was so funny, dude. Oh man, it was. And I still watch him occasionally. He was a big wild dude, but he was just so entertaining. He's been streaming for God. I know it's over 10 years. Twitch was different back. And Prillo, yeah, he still streams. I watch his occasionally. But he's never there now. He just has a 24-hour office cam. But yeah, Perillo used to stream on Ustream, dude. Remember that? Way back? He was like one of the first ones, man. That's the thing. All the tech guys, all the tech people get on these stuff first. They blow up, and then when the real people get on, like Twitter, dude. That's how Twitter was. I made my first Twitter account in 2007. Nobody was on it. It was only tech nerds, and they all had like 50,000 hearts, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, you got so many people!" And then the celebs got on there. Yep, Leo did. Yep, and I remember Dignation, Kevin, and Alex. They all got in a battle, like who could get the most followers. Remember that? The quickest way, who could get the most followers back then? Jesus. How much the internet's changed since those days. God, I miss those days. It was so fun. Right, yeah. I don't even watch it anymore, dude. I used to watch it. I would jump in occasionally to see what was up, but yeah, Twitch is just or Twit, not Twitch. Which makes sense. I mean, Twit is Leo. I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to make tech TV all over again. But I just don't think it works in the climate today because of YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, there's too many tech reviewers. There's people doing it on YouTube now. Nobody's gonna pay for it. You know what I mean? It's just it got too saturated. Oh, dude, no, I love them. I remember watching. That's how I got really into tech, man, because it was the screensavers. I was watching the screensavers, I think, in 2000 or 2001, and then when I went to Western in 2002, it was still on, and I'd have it on the dorm room all the time, dude. I just have the channel up all day long. And then Western lost because that's when they moved to Comcast or whatever. When they merged with G4, Western lost it, so I couldn't watch it anymore, and I just stopped watching it. But then that's when they changed, and they went to LA, and it just Then it turned into what is it, Attack of the Show or whatever. And then I remember specifically, it was 2006 or 7 when I moved to Ohio. I was like, man, what's Kevin and everybody up to? And I remember Google searching, and I found them, and that's how I found Dignation. Oh, dude, yeah, Tech TP was on. Yeah, same here. It was 24/7. I always had it on, dude. Because it was so good then, like 2001, 2002. It was so good. Yeah, Attack of the Show. Never watched it. I think I tried watching it like at one time, and then I was just like, I'm done. Packaging a dev build so I can use my commands to teleport to segments of the game to make. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll check out Unreal. I downloaded it like a year ago. And see if I like it. I might actually like it. Yeah, Kevin Pereira. Yeah, I totally agree with that one. He was doing a thing. Oh, you saw Cursor AI? I just downloaded it myself, dude. Haven't opened it yet, but I did too. I was like, let's test it out. We'll do some vibe coding or whatever the thing is today. Well, there was this app I wanted to try to build to learn how to build apps. So we'll see. I'm just trying to expand, dude. I'm trying to learn new things. Because I have a feeling, dude. I really do have a feeling. This job market sucks. The economy sucks, and I don't think I'm gonna get a job for a while. This is 2018 all over again. It's reskin versus code, like a VS Code, but like my work for Java. Okay. Large code bases versus code is a pain. Okay. But yeah, dude, it's rough out here right now being unemployed. Yeah, Visual Studio. Yep. Well, yeah, I have Visual Studio Code, but that's Visual Studio, which is on Windows. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I use this because they don't have Visual Studio for Mac anymore. They just have this one. This is what I use, and I like it. Oops, there we go. Sarah, did you try sharing your game link? VS Code is really powerful. I don't have vanilla Visual Studio. Okay. Yeah, there's some other ones on the Mac. Can't remember. Well, there's Xcode, but I think that's just Apple. I don't know if I could write, or I don't know. I've never really dived in because I was gonna try to do app development for iPhone like a long time ago. Swift. Oh, White's this? Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah, for iOS. But you have to learn Swift. Cause I had an idea for like an app for the Vision Pro, but But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's not really a big market right now. I have one. I like it. It's cool. Like it's the best consumption device probably ever made for like video. It's really cool, especially the what the hell do they call it? It's really cool. Like I can't think of the name of it right now. It's escaping me. Um, but it's really cool, dude. Oh yeah, but I knew that going into it. I knew buying it. I knew what it was. It's a developer kit. It's a beta version. I knew that. You know what I mean? No, I get it. I get it. I'm a fanboy, so you know. My Quest 3 is right. I have mine right there. I've had a Quest, dude. I've had all of them. I think I had Oculus, dude. I had the original Oculus. Well, not the original, but I had Oculus. I had Oculus. Was it the S? I think it was the S. And then I got a Quest 2. I loved it, and now I have a Quest 3. Love the Quest 3. I use it for Beat Saber. Pretty much all I use it for. And then Google, well, on Oculus for the PC, they had Google Earth. Dude, that is the coolest thing ever, but they never updated it. And that was my idea for Vision Pro. There's a couple of apps right now that do that, but I was like, man, I want to make like Google Earth, but better. I'm telling you, man, Street View is awesome. You can go into the API, but I think you have to pay for it. Microsoft Flight Sim was pretty cool in VR. I think I tried it like once or twice. It was pretty cool. The Vision Pro, like I said, I knew what I was buying. I knew I was buying the developer kit, the beta version, the test kit. I knew that. I love it. It's cool. I sometimes regret spending what I spent on it, but yeah, whatever. This is the problem when you're a tech geek and a tech nerd and you want to be on the cutting edge all the time. Um, and I mean, I did buy it because I love Apple. It's just like, you know, I was just curious to see where they're gonna go with it. But the video stuff is pretty cool. What's it called? It's spatial video. That's it. It's pretty cool, especially when you get photos from your iPhone that are spatial photos, and then you put it on the Vision Pro, dude. Like what do they call those things? I need to eat lunch. My brain is like um, the pano or whatever. When you do the pano of pictures, I did one at Niagara Falls, dude, and it was freaking amazing, dude. I put it on the Vision Pro, and like it's like literally like you're there. What happens is it makes like 3D. It makes the photo like 3D, and then they have like those videos, the spatial videos. They did a Metallica concert, dude. Metallica did one. Awesome. Well, it wasn't a whole concert. It was like kind of like a behind the scenes thing. They were going on the stage, but oh my god, dude, it was so cool to watch that on the Vision Pro, man. That's probably the coolest thing I've seen so far. That's what I'm saying. That's the future. That's exactly what this thing's going to be used for, but is it going to get adopted by people? It's got to come down in price for people to adopt it. But it's a, you know, it's a device that's ahead of its time, and they need to make the market. That's just what it is. All right, we're going on almost 4 hours, man. I think I'm gonna call it for today. I was gonna go until 2. I need lunch. It's really late. Um, I'm starting to fade, as you can tell. Like my brain's like, I'm like, okay, I need food. But I appreciate you, Josh, being here, and Sarah as well. Thank you for stopping on by. If you like the stream, you know, hit follow. If not, I understand. But it's been great talking, and I'll check out your game. white this. Yeah. I think, yeah, we'll just call it right now. We got some work done today, so that's good. I fixed this glowing head. I lost it yesterday, so I fixed that. And we got, got some town here, so we're making small little progress. I was gonna work on the progression today, but we'll do it maybe tomorrow. All right, everybody, thank you. Thanks, Sarah, for hanging out and talking. I'll definitely check out Unreal and see what I think of it. Maybe do some little prototype in there. And Josh, thanks as always. We'll have to get together for Baldur's Gate, man. I'm excited. All right, guys, take care. Have a good rest of your day. See you tomorrow, 10 Eastern.